trash, I gotta say it, trash swords, okay? trash cucumbers. Fucking trash dick, right?
Basura.
This is women describing it.
Okay.
Would you find this accurate? Okay, listen to these guys. They're reading what women said about horrible sex with a guy. Okay.
From a woman's perspective, what does trash feels like?
Jesus Christ.
You feel it going in and out, but it doesn't feel good or bad. You just feel movement in your hole.
Wow.
What does trash feels like? It feels like being tickled, but it ain't funny.
Imagine you have that feeling and the guy has the audacity to say, "Hey, like that shit." Or he says with more confidence, "It feels good, huh?"
Like that shit.
Next one says, it feels like an unfinished sneeze.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my God.
Like you're looking for.
That's the worst. Because you know what? If I don't sneeze, I get pissed.
Yeah.
So imagine that.
Oh, what does trash dick feels like? You ask them to scratch the part of your back that can't reach.
Any comments on that?
I feel that was very entertaining. Highly accurate.
Which one?
Most of those comments.
Okay. Maybe.
Being tickled but you don't like it is the best analogy.
Okay, hold on now. Let's
Yeah.
put stuff in perspective, ladies. Okay, I don't want to burst your bubble, but maybe it's not the sort that's trash. Maybe you're just a little too big.
I don't think so. I'm going to disagree and just say that sometimes a lot of females, I think, are really afraid to tell someone that they have trash dick.
A lot of guys are probably very afraid to tell girls that they're big as the fucking Atlantic Ocean.
No, guys are used to lying and they don't know what it's really like. You guys can't fake it. Girls can fake it.
Fake what?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Orgasm?
In bed. Yeah.
Dudes fake
We can
orgasms
fake
all
it.
the time.
You guys can't fake it.
Yeah, we can fake it.
Not really. No. You're way worse at it. So
Okay.
it's like, come on, with that logic alone.
Let me just tell you all a little scientific fact, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
It's not going to be scientific at all.
Let me draw my knowledge from medical school. Okay.
That you didn't go to? That he never
I
went
watch
to?
ER. I need to watch The Pit. I watch ER. I watch some Grey's Anatomy. I know my shit. Now let me just tell you all this. In this world, you have guys who are there 12, 13, 14 inches long, right?
That's crazy.
Okay, but my point being, in this world, you also have guys out there 2, 3 inches. You have guys who have micros, you know? And then you have everything in between.
What'd you do in your previous life?
So my thing is, ladies, the same way we all, you know, we run the full the full gamut, the full spectrum. So do you. So some of y'all can be very and then some of you can be like, God damn!
No one's gonna be like, God damn.
How could it not?
Like, unless...
How could it not?
But isn't it your fault? Like...
Who fault? Who fault? I ain't telling
It's your fault, because yours isn't big enough to fit her hole.
Excuse me?
So why aren't you bigger? How about you big enough and then talk to her about it?
Excuse me for not being King Kong. My bad.
Okay, so you admit that it's you and it's not her.
My bad. I'm not King Kong. No, hold on. You gotta understand.
So she needs King Kong.
Actually, we're not talking about the fact that she slept with a bunch of people or anything.
No. We're just talking about the strict
genetics.
anatomy.
Yes,
Yeah.
just genetics. Genetically speaking, there's a dude out there walking down the street, you know, with a 2-foot sword, okay?
Probably.
Boy, get a hard on the block out because so much blood rushing, okay? Pass it on the fucking sidewalk. God,
He could use it as a weapon. There's someone out there like that.
Because because of the blood rush. So the same way you have that, you also have women who might be the size of the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say that is probably also
Lake Michigan.
a possibility. Someone's out there with a sword.
An Olympic swimming pool.
And someone's out there with an Olympic swimming pool.
And then there's one who's a shot glass.
Okay, and there's also the microbes, you know? But there's obviously a hole and a sword to fit each. So sometimes when you're having bad sex, it's a really big sign that your relationship will not work. Okay. That's what that fucking comes down to.
I'm just out here just telling you all the science of it.
But I'm not going to take it away.
So please, ladies, come to me and tell me about the guys who are too small and make fun of them with me so I can look at you and dare deny and tell you how vast you
Time out.
That portal that you have down there. Go ahead.
Because also sometimes it's not about that it's not fitting or it's not the right size. Sometimes,
emotion.
No, okay, and sometimes if you have the right equipment but the motion's wrong, you're just bad at sex. You are a trash dick. Like you're a trash bag.
That's this motion. You like this?
No, I'm not looking at anything over there right now.
Just look at this.
No, I don't want to.
Look at this. Look at this. What's my name? TIPSY bartender. TIPSY bartender. You like this girl?
Nope.
How there you have it. Ah, yes. Okay, Eddie Blue. Okay, you can't taste the fucking green.
How do you even have women in your life?
Huh?
That's.
I make love and then I market to them. Anyway, right.
Love and marketing.
Yes.
You know what? Some people are just bad at sex. I will also say that.
Okay. But let me ask you guys a question. Okay.
Okay.
Now, a serious question, guys. This one's for the men. Ladies, feel free to comment. Okay. Guys, what would happen, right, if you on a date, you meet a girl, you know what I mean, and you'll kiss and everything. It's coming down to the point where she invites you over. Okay. You've been on a couple dates, everything's flowing, you'll kiss, everything, you know what I mean? Y'all haven't had sex yet. And you go over there and you know tonight's the night, because you're all supposed to be watching Netflix and chilling. You know what that means, right? And you go to the bathroom, right? And as you go to the bathroom, you pass her bedroom and you notice, wait a minute, in the fucking corner, right? She has the tools out, you know? Like you notice the tool. It's kind of hidden, but you could see it. And it's a 12-inch dildo that thick, right? I mean, what would you do? Do you move forward or you like, hey man, I gotta get the hell out of here, I got an early morning? What if you were a guy, what would you do in that situation?
Yeah. Well, you're obviously intimidated if you know that's what she likes. And that's obviously not you.
Well, hold on, it's not you, it's not fucking human. I'm just saying. What the fuck?
I don't know, but so if it's not you, then you gotta be like, I hope what I'm bringing to the table is gonna work.
Like, how do you bring that up though? You
just gotta.
Like,
If she was really a size queen, she would probably examine it before actually having sex with you. But maybe she doesn't really care. Maybe she's here for the experience of diversity.
Jeanette, I don't
know.
passing the bedroom and I have to be honest. What the fuck is that in the corner? Is that a weapon? Is that like for home protection? What the fuck are you doing with that?
Home protection is one way to put it.
Yeah. Well, Sky, sometimes, girl has needs.
Yeah. I have
your needs are that fucking big.
And God forbid there's an intruder, I now have a 2-for-1. It's a weapon and fulfills my needs. So it's like having a real man here, but
Yes, a big Cuban, Mike, I do.
That's wild.
Big C's, I'm smashed. I just have to be creative.
Okay, that too? Yeah. Obviously, she's into some...
Yeah, just use your foot. I'm just saying.
Nobody wants... Well, okay. Actually, some people probably would want that.
Okay, let me just tell you this. There was a porn star from back in the day. Like, let's say about 10 years ago. I think he was Mr. Marcus, right? Mm-hmm. And chicks dug this dude. It might be, but chicks dug this dude. I don't know. And this girl, I didn't see the video, but she was telling me, she was like, Sky, the hardest thing I saw him do is he put out a video with him and this girl, and he was using his foot, So he banged the chick with his foot, and this girl was like fucking so turned on by that. I'm sitting there going, damn,
I'm thinking that's maybe just a her thing. Like some people got a foot fetish thing, like. It's a weird part. I thought people just sucked on toes, but I guess you can use your toes for other things.
Can you imagine breaking in the house chick who was... What if they did that to rapists though? Like, what if rather than sending rapists to jail, you'd be like, okay, this was the victim, so now he or she, because guys get raped too, he or she now has the opportunity for payback,
I honestly...
And you get to choose from a government-funded wall of swords, you know what I mean?
I am fine with that idea. When it comes to rape, I believe the code of Hammurabi. So, there's certain crimes that I just think are fucked up and they deserve the same penalty if the victim wanted to do it. Just saying.
You should know Wesley Pipes guy.
Yeah, an eye for
Wesley Pipes was old school too, right?
You knew I was gonna say that though, right? Like
What?
you knew asking me that question, I was gonna be like, choose violence, obviously. Like,
Reverse the role, it'd be hot. Dude's feet too ugly. What do you mean? Like, how do you reverse the role, Ox Smiley? What is reverse?
I have no desire to have your feet anywhere near me. I don't want you to really raw dog it at all with your feet. You should always have them in shoes unless it's summer. Then get a pedicure and wear flip flops for the summer.
Okay,
That's
so,
fine.
Okay, so you don't like seeing guys in flip flops, though?
Nah, like I don't really want your, because most guys' feet are gross. They're like all hairy and dirty and like untrimmed.
Why are you looking?
Because why are they out? Like why are they grabbing my
Your
attention?
feet out?
Nah, we got socks with no holes. I would show you, but I promise there's no holes on them today.
I probably have a hole. I'm not
The
sure.
only time you can wear flip flops is like summertime. Summertime beach.
Mr. Marcus is a good friend of yours? Oh shit, okay, alright. He was big back in the day, but he got caught up in some in some porn scandal. I remember
That explains so much about you.
Bozak?
Like, yeah, after that story, that's great.
Bozak, actually way back in the day when I was doing skyyjohn, I think we were messaging. I was messaging back in the day because I wanted to interview him about something like that. Because this girl was talking about him, but it never came to light.
Well, can you ask him whose idea it was to use his foot? Was it like the directors? Was it the girls? Or was he just being weird? And
I think that was his thing.
That was his thing?
No, that was because he was wild. He was
Not that he was wild.
When I say he was wild, he was doing like creative shit. You know what I mean?
Mr. Coluto said he could be a foot model. You have your, okay. So if you have okay feet, like, just make sure they're okay in the summertime. But like, don't be out here with socks and slides and shit like that. That's a no-no.
Let me ask you all this question though, okay? So I stumbled on this on IG. What were you laughing at?
No, Jessica would love my toes. I promise. I don't love toes. Go ahead.
Why you like toes so much?
Because they're just like dirty.
But see, like man, I mean, at least I do. I look at feet as well,
Yeah, but
feet is a part of the package.
Females usually have cuter feet in general. If they don't, I feel bad for you.
Some chicks got dudes' feet straight out.
Okay, yeah, like.
There's some chicks,
At least we can get polish on them and make it look that much better. You know what I mean? You guys can't do shit for your feet.
Yeah. Anyway.